Hola, ¿qué tal? Me llamo Krista, and I've been a student of Danny's for a couple of years now. I'm proceeding very, very slowly at the pace of like whatever I can fit in between travel. And I mention that not to be self-critical, but because I know that a lot of you looking to learn Spanish or working on your Spanish are probably pretty busy. Like me, I work full time, I see clients, I travel for work, I do all kinds of things. So working with Danny is awesome because she works with my schedule and is very, very patient. If I have to say, listen, I'm going off to Asia for 3 weeks, let's catch up when I get back. But the other reason I mentioned that I travel a lot is not just to say that I'm busy and that you can fit in Spanish when you're busy, but also to talk about some of the experiences that can happen when you travel. And it can be something as simple as taking a trip somewhere in the US where I have found that more and more Uber drivers are Spanish speaking, and sometimes that's even their first language, and their English is not so great because they're recent immigrants from all over South America, and this is a way to make money. So you'll find more often than not in many places of the US, your Uber driver or your cab driver will be likely a Spanish speaker. So it's a really great opportunity not just to practice your Spanish, but it might even be an opportunity to connect with someone who is new to the country and talk about the process of language learning. So recently, when I was in San Francisco, my driver was recently from Peru, and he apologized and said, my English is not so good. And I was like, awesome, here we go. I have an opportunity to affirm this guy's language learning process, to empathize, to say, hey, I know it's difficult, I totally get it, I'm in the same boat, but also to really communicate at a deeper level. And we had a lot of fun because he wanted to speak English because obviously speaking is important for practicing, and I wanted to speak Spanish for the same reason. So we had this kind of funny conversation, him speaking English, me speaking Spanish, both of us totally mangling it, and working together to figure out the meanings of words that we didn't both know. So he would say a word in Spanish and be like, okay, I don't know the English word for this. And if I knew it, I'd say, oh, it means this. But sometimes we didn't know the words. So he said the word for fog, and he was trying to describe it, and I was trying to figure it out from what he was saying. And I had the same problem with something else. And so it became this wonderful bonding experience as well as a way to experience language. Like, how do you describe what fog is? And so it's just a wonderful opportunity to connect with other people, to get things done, to function in the world and feel like things are possible. Because what if I took a cab and my driver didn't speak much English, and I felt like I couldn't communicate with that person? It would feel very limiting and very frustrating. So it's really wonderful to get into a situation and be like, you know what, whatever happens here, I can handle it. And I may handle it terribly. I may mangle the pronunciation, but it doesn't matter because we are connecting. At the very end of my ride, my driver was digging up my luggage and he found a hair scrunchie in the trunk, and he held it up and he said, is this yours? And as you can see, like, there's no hair there, right? There's like shaved. And without even thinking, I said, no, 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 no tengo pelo. Like, I don't have any hair. And we sort of laughed, and off he went. And I was like, oh my God, I spontaneously said something without even thinking about it. So it's really cool when you start to feel the language flowing. And even if you don't feel it flowing, if you have to take 3 minutes to think of a word, it doesn't really matter. Just have fun communicating. Be willing to look stupid because I am, and it's way better than the alternative. So hopefully you will find your communication attempts similarly positive, even if you completely bollocks it up. All right, so that's my encouragement. I'm living it myself as a busy person who is trying to learn Spanish with Danny, who is awesome and super encouraging of this process. All right, guys, good luck talking to your cab drivers. Take care. Bye.